since that matter is still undecided for now, let's just leave it at that point and come back to something else. Where did we get it wrong? What did we not do right in time past? And then try to see if you can link that up even into what's happening today. At what point did our people not do right in electing their leaders, in choosing who represents them, and in following them up in the things they do?
Well, we got it wrong when people like you refused to join political parties. We got it wrong when so many people...
My profession would not allow me to do that.
No, there's nothing. Even a member of the armed forces. You see, there's a difference.
Let's leave me and stay with where we didn't do right.
But I'm here with you, so how can I leave you? You want me to leave the set?
Okay, go on.
Okay, so now, when too many good people sit on the fence, the few bad people will have their way. Evil thrives in a society where good people refuse to take action. Good people refuse to come for election. And particularly in 1999, if you remember, because of the last two botched general elections and the processes that Abacha made people go through, a lot of people did not have the hope and trust that 1999 was going to work. Because they just saw an Abdul Salam emerge, and the man came up the stage and said, look, I'm quitting. People said, no, quit in October. I said, no, I'm quitting May 29. They didn't believe it was going to work. So a lot of the top flight politicians said, look, we spent money the other time, it didn't work. We spent money, it didn't work. Let's look at this one closely. So that is why you found out that 2003 general elections were very tough, because that witnessed the return of the real political juggernauts. So in that small interregnum, the people who got in 1999 had become very strong. And you see, even the voter apathy themselves, you see, so it made it possible for a lot of rigging to take place. But now, so what are we not doing well now? We're not doing well now because we have too many people who are just critics and nothing more. I find a lot of young people who sit on WhatsApp forums, on Facebook, and criticize. They sound intelligent. You give them an opportunity to say, look, okay, let's contribute. Let's contribute to development. Let's bring ideas to help government run. And they run away.
Why do you think that happens?
You see, the truth is talk is cheap. Talk is terribly cheap. Everyone sits.
So many
everyone sits at home.
What the social media is doing to us as a people, okay? We now voice out a lot more than we used to do back then, but basically on these social media platforms. And that is still tagged along journalism. I don't know how right that is, but I think it brings us back to what you were saying here, that you can practice journalism and you're not a journalist.
Of course.
It looks like the internet is allowing us to have a lot of practicing journalists who are not journalists. I don't know if that even makes sense. But what should we do? Okay, we know where we didn't get it right. We didn't get involved. We didn't speak up when we're supposed to at this point. Okay, we now know the problem. What should we do?
What we should do is that instead of Valentine, away from sitting in this beautiful environment, on this relaxed chair, wearing foreign-made designer clothing, Nse needs to get back to her village. Find out what is happening to your people. Find out how they are faring. Find out that a little... See, if you get to your village and give people 2,000, they will adore you. That is when you know that what the people in the village need is not so much. You begin to find out.
We have to start from giving, like you say,
because
to somebody in the village.
Because for you, people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. And there is no way you're going to show care without giving. When the Europeans brought the gospel to us, they came with schools, they came with hospitals, they came with a lot of things. You must be able to give. Even during developmental immunization, you discover that you need to carry freebies, you need to carry soap, you need to carry detergent that would attract the mothers to bring their children. You need to carry diapers.
Attention to what happens during election year.
Draw me slowly, please.
Okay, I sure will. Now, when people are campaigning for votes, our public office holders in quotes, they come with these gift items, and looks like it becomes who pays the piper, the text, the tune.
Okay.
I mean, the highest bidder gets it all. Who has 10 bags of rice gets more votes. Who has 2 bags doesn't get votes, even if the one that has 2 bags is more credible.
You know why?
Than the other. Now you're saying it should start with me caring for these people.
Of course.
Let's say there are 2 candidates on the side, okay, and these people are vying for a position.
Okay.
one of them is very rich and the other isn't very rich. But the one who isn't very rich has more credibility, has the thought of the people at his heart, and would actually deliver, would take people, would carry people along. But this other one here just wants to get there for the interest he has. And these two people go into a village. They have these old and people who are not productive and are not wealthy, so they begin to give out these things. The small one gives the little he has, and the other one gives the much he has. Obviously, people will go to the other one. Where does that bring us to when we are choosing leaders?
I didn't ask you to go back and start giving gifts because
No,
you
but
wanted
you just
to.
said I should start by going to my village and giving.
You want to answer the question?
Go ahead and answer me.
Beautiful. Make me feel relaxed. Now, let me tell you. Where was the one without money 3 years before the election?
Time and chance happens to them all.
No. You see, immediately you make it a commodity, purchasing power will have to play. You see, if the person who doesn't have money has been involved in mobilizing youths to sweep the roads, if the person who doesn't have money 3 years before now had been involved in helping the people, showing them that, look, if you're a cocoa farmer, Governor Dom Emmanuel has brought agronomics of cocoa and linking them up, taking them to Ministry of Agriculture, bringing academic to his environment. On the day of sharing rice, the people will reject the rice and stand with him. But you cannot just show up and say, look, I have my credibility, I can do this, I can do that, and the man with money standing. Both of you are arriving the scene at the same time. You cannot. You're making the votes a commodity.
Okay,
so if you know that you don't have resources, financial resources, start early. Let the people know. I've told you something, say, people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. Show the people you truly care. Go to your village, show care. Go to your environment, show care. Just show, and you see, they begin to gravitate normally towards you.
Thank you very much. So, other than getting involved in what happens in our localities, what other things can we do to fix this problem?
There's nothing to do than to get involved. Young people must leave the comfort of their homes, must leave Facebook, must leave Twitter, must leave WhatsApp, and go to real people and discuss real issues and mold real thoughts. They must be able to gravitate people around them, educate their people. Look, don't follow the people with money, follow the people with ideas. They'll believe them if they come early enough before the elections. Young people must be able to galvanize themselves into pressure groups to be able to say, look, we're not just criticizing government, we're offering alternatives. Because every person can criticize, but not every person can offer an alternative. So you must be able to say that, look, and say, I think your pink top isn't looking well, and you would have been royal blue. And you now bring justification to show that royal blue would have matched, and say, better than pink. So there's no alternative, we must be involved. We must be involved.